It is Wednesday, the 15th of January, 2025. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Today, we're talking about a band I haven't talked about here yet, but I do really like them. I've always liked them, but in more recent times I've kind of gotten more into them, particularly a few iconic songs, you know. That band is System of a Down, and the song we're talking about today is the song Toxicity from their album Toxicity. Now, that album is probably their best known album. It has a lot of their iconic songs on it, particularly this song Toxicity, as well as Aerials, and of course Chop Suey. Prison Song is also on that album. Shimmy, which is actually the first, well, I don't know if I heard Shimmy before Chop Suey, but Shimmy was in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, and I played the shit out of that game, so, you know. Anyway, we're talking about Toxicity today, like I said. This is a band that is well known for their politically charged lyrics, and also for people not necessarily understanding that, because they use kind of absurd imagery and stuff in their songs, and this song is no exception. I am not entirely sure what the song is about. There's a lot of very specific images in it that I know, like, where they come from, but overall the song is a bit hard to understand. But we're gonna do it anyway because I fucking love this song so much, just like musically and how it sounds, you know, particularly the drumming. I don't have to say this if you're a drummer listening to this, but like the drumming in this song is stellar. It's so good. Anyway, we're gonna listen to it now and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And that was Toxicity by System of a Down. Oh, baby, I love that song. I mentioned the drumming, and the drumming is the thing I will be talking about, of course. I love the switch, the thing in the chorus that first appears at the start of the song, just instrumentally, where it just has like different fills, the, you know, I'm not going to go just singing the drums into the microphone because that'll sound awful, but I just love the drumming in the song so much. I should mention, so the lead singer's name is, of course, Serj Tankian, although Darren Malakian also provides vocals in a lot of their songs. I presume he does the backing vocals in this song. I don't actually know, but the other members of the band are Shavo Odajan and John Dalmayan. I think I'm saying all their names right. They are an Armenian band, and a lot of their music is about Armenia, and particularly the Armenian genocide. That's a whole thing. That's not what this song is about, I don't think. God only knows, but it does reference a very specific part of Armenian culture, and we'll get to that in a sec. So, first of all, the first lyric of the song is Conversion Software Version 7.0, and apparently this is a reference to the 7th version of AOL. Now, what's AOL, you might add, because you're a child? AOL, or America Online, was like an American, well, it still exists, rather, but like, people mostly remember it for AIM, I feel like, is the thing. I'm not an American, I know all of this through pop culture, but just basically, the reason why the song says version 7.0 is because 7.0 wasn't out yet, and the song was referencing that, like, by the time we make the song, the 7th version will be out, and it'll feel like we predicted the future. And so, a lot of this song seems to have this vibe of, like, kind of the advancement of technology and how the world is kind of falling prey to it in a way, and that's quite interesting. But it is interesting that it starts with this conversion software version 7.0, and the next line is looking at life through the eyes of a tire hub. So it's the idea of life always spinning, I guess. Now, I do want to bring up, by the way, in terms of what the song is about, Darren Malakian said that the song is about ADHD, but a lot of people have called that into question because, first of all, he didn't write the lyrics of the song, and second of all, he might have been joking, or he might have been using ADHD to describe like a more societal problem rather than his own struggles with ADHD or something. But it's one of those things where an artist said something about the song and then everyone has run with it, and that's probably not what the song is actually about, because the next line is eating seeds as a pastime activity, and people are like, yeah, and the seeds mean ADHD pills. It's like, no, this is specifically a reference to Armenians eating a lot of sunflower seeds. That's a thing. Serj Tankian said that that's what it's referencing. Anyway, eating seeds is a pastime activity, the toxicity of our city, of our city. And then it goes into the chorus. What do you own the world? How do you own disorder, disorder? Now, somewhere between the sacred silence, and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep, disorder, disorder, disorder. So this whole thing about the sacred silence and sleep, according to Serj Tankian, is supposed to be a reference to like meditation, the state between death and sleep. And yeah, and then that's what this is referencing, and because he's yelling, how do you own disorder? People are like, oh, like ADHD. Calm down, people. Again, it could be about ADHD, but I really don't think it is. And then the next verse, more wood for their fires, loud neighbors, flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck. This part in particular feels like it's a commentary on society, because, we live in a society. You claim to hate society, and yet you live in one. I'm curious. But this like more wood for their fires, loud neighbors, flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck gives me images of like homeless people gathered around a burning garbage can. I'm not just saying that because I feel like that's in the music video. And flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck makes me think of like police officers shining their light on a car is what that brings to mind for me. And then the rest of the song is mostly just repeating lyrics we already heard. You get eating seeds as a pastime activity, toxicity over city over city. Then you get the chorus again, and then you get the bridge where it goes like ding 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 ding, like goes double time, and then you get the chorus again. And the outro is, when I became the sun, I shone life into the man's hearts. When I became the sun, I shone life into the man's hearts. Now it's S-U-N, but a lot of people are saying that it's like referencing Jesus, S-O-N, and it's kind of a double meaning here of shining life into the man's hearts like the sun, but also bringing life to people like the Son of God, right? So yeah, this is going to be a short episode, I think, because I don't know a lot about what this song is about, because it seems to largely not be about much. But man, do I love the song musically, and that's what I wanted to talk about here. The drums are incredible, like I said, but the guitar is also great. Serj Tankian is one of the greatest rock/metal singers ever, period. That's it. He is incredible. His voice is so good. He's got such interesting range and such great voice control as well, and it's displayed really well in this song, because this song has a really interesting dynamic thing going on between like the quieter parts where you get like ding 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 ding, and he's singing the conversion software version 7.0, and it's like really soft, and then it ramps up into the yo, what do you own the world, how do you own disorder. It's like completely different, but he does it really well, and it all ties in really well with each other. It doesn't sound discordant because he has such a great control of his own voice. Also in the second verse, when it's going more wood for their fires, loud neighbors, there's like whispered vocals behind it. It took me ages to realize it. I assume that's Darren Malakian's voice. It's going, more wood for their fires, loud neighbors. It's like whispering along with the song, and it's an interesting effect that it adds. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this one. Just a really great rock song. I love how it sounds. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.